It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
It's the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Hewitt. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And here we go at Mile High. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Nix from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking, he's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. To return, Jerome Ford. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brandon Jones up for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the gun, Watson. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, because safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this across the 10 before stepping out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got 3rd and 2 to start out. Running for the marker with Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with Williams. He'll cobble together a yard there. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Throw complete to Williams. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. Has a lane past the 45. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos driving. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Nix. Short pass brought in. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
2nd and 1. Flushed out of the pocket. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now Nix. That finds Vele complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 23. Catch made over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll throw again. Nix. It's taken in by Williams. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Bertolet able to knock it through. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him. So we've reached halftime in Denver. The hometown fans, yeah, they're feeling good. Their Broncos have the lead. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action, it's Watson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now they're gonna have to figure out this 3rd down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is gonna be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. He's got a gain of 6 there. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Watson now off play action. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Sticking to the air with Watson. That one complete to Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 5. Sent down by Cody Barton.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Sent down by Cody Barton. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Working from the gun, Watson. Got a man, it's Njoku. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. This one's caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a 4th quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes the Bronco offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Back out now comes the Browns offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ford. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Staying on the ground with Ford. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 3. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Ford straight ahead. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Browns clinging to a 1-point lead. Shove here on 1st down. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, it's Chubb. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. So now here's 3rd and 5. Setting up to pass. He brings it in. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Chubb. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Browns get some all-important insurance. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. On is Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns grow their lead to 8. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they gotta get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Broncos have to hurry here, clock's still running. Back to throw. Throw complete to Williams. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He'll look to throw it. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here he is to throw. Mims with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as we'll see you next time from Denver.